Hello, guys. If you're waiting, let me get up my screen here so I can chat with you. There I am. Hello, welcome. If you're here, say hi. I'm a couple minutes early. Oh. Hi, Mel, Mr. John. Yes, you gotta love grandkids. It's awesome. Yeah. Well, I hope you got your pens and your notebooks or whatever, your catalog, so you can mark up. There's not a lot that got retired in the mini. It's mostly carryover. So that's good for me. And you, if there's something in there you didn't get and then you wanted. So that's exciting. But yeah. So I'm going to get into this because I do have a class tonight and I, want to make sure I'm not goddling too long here. So you're going to skip all the way to page, I think it's page 11 is the first page here that has stuff. Oh, maybe not. We're going to start on page 16 where this, oh no, I lied. Page 15 where the stamps begin. Okay. So on page 14, the suite is retiring. And then the bundle, and the stamp set is retiring. None of them are on sale. The paper is also retiring. Then we're going to turn to page 16. And everything on that page is retiring. On page 17, everything is retiring. The bundle, but the punch is not. The punch will not be retiring. It's just the bundle and the stamp set. So the punch will be staying. And then on to page 18. That's retiring, the charming statements. Page 19, everything is retiring. The bundle and the stamp set. On page 20, the Sweet Cherries bundle is retiring. And the punch is retiring to this too. And when we get to the punches and the dies, if there's any of them that are on sale, I'll let you know back there. That's how they did it this year. So on page 21, everything is retiring, the stamp and the bundle. On page 22, the Detailed Daisies is retiring. The stamp set is on sale for $17.50, And when we get farther in the back, the dies that go with this are on sale for $18. So, what, over 30, a little bit 30 bucks there? 40 bucks, a little under $40. You can have both of them if that's something you want. Then on page 23, the Handmade Hugs bundle is retiring. On page 24, both of the stamp sets are retiring. On page 25, the coloring cornets are retiring. Concours. On page 26, the Sending Smiles is retiring. On page 27, the Pansy Patch is retiring. This one's been around for a while, and it's finally retiring. On page 28, Super Cool is retiring, and it's on sale for $10. On page 29, the stamp set and the bundle are both retiring. On page 30, the suite is retiring. The paper and the embellishments are retiring. The stamp set's retiring. The bundle's retiring. And the dies in the back where you can buy them individually are on sale for $23.20. So if you were to buy this as a bundle, let's see, it's $47.50. And if you were to buy it as a bundle, it would be $47.50. So either way, if you buy it individually or if you buy it as a bundle, it still comes out to the $47.50. So then on page 32, the Sweet Citrus is retiring. The stamp set is on sale for $18.40. The folder and the dies down farther in the catalog are $16.50. So the embossing folder and dies are on sale for $16.50. So you can get a pretty good deal there. On page 33, the Good Feelings is retiring. On page 44, Two Torn Florals at the bottom here is retiring. There's nothing on 35. On 36, nothing. That's all staying. On page 37, the Puzzle Parks is retiring. It's $13.80. I'm pretty sure the Punch is retiring too. I didn't write down if there was a sale on it or not, but just keep an eye when we get there. The Punch might be. So that's a pretty good deal. Then on page 38, the Very Best Occasion at the top, the Christmas greeting occasion, is retiring. And the Apple Harvest stamp set bundle here is retiring. It's 60% off, so it's $9.60. The Cottage Reef is retiring. The next page, on page 40, the Seasons of Chicks is retiring for just retiring. On page 41, the bundle is retiring. So the stamp sets, what that means is the stamp set will carry over, the dies will carry over, but they won't be as a bundle anymore. So if you like this set and you want to get it, and you want to save 10%, then you need to do it now, and you'll save 10% on it before the catalog, On page 42, the little reindeers up here are retiring. And the Brightest Glow Greetings is retiring. The Perched in a Tree is retiring. That's on page 43. Then on page 44, the Rings of Nature is retiring. So that's 40% off. That's $13.80. And then the folder and dies set for this is retiring for $14.80. That's a pretty good deal when you put it all together for the regular price. Because I think this is like 30 some bucks, if I correct, for the folder and the dies together. So that's a pretty good deal. And these are in the back on page 169 when we get back there. On page 45, the Celebrate with Tags bundle here is 50% off, and it's $11.55. I did a lot of cards with this mitten. This has been around for a little bit too. On page 46, the Zoo Crew suite is retiring, and the Zoo Crew stamp and bundle are retiring. The paper's retiring, and the ribbon is retiring. And then we could turn the page. On page 48, nothing is retiring. On page 49, the Hey Chick suite is retiring. The stamp set and the bundle and the dies are also retiring in the back. Oh, this is a good one with Easter coming right up. On page 50, the Easter Bunny set is 50% off for $9.50. The punch is $17.50. So this is a really good deal if you want to get them together. I know I did a scrapbooking page with this just recently. So we're actually doing it this month. And I know Sharon has been, if you're friends with her, following her, she's been sharing some wonderful cards that other people have been making with these. So this is a good little bundle if it's something you guys are interested in. Sorry about that. I did not turn my notifications off, so that may happen from time to time. And then at the bottom, Happy Labels, I think that's what that says. I got a letter over it. Is 50% off, so that is $12. Then the Silly Goose are 50% off for $12.50. Then if you turn the page to 52, the taco set is staying, but the monkey's going. So they're both retiring, the bundle and the stamp. On page 53, the Biggest Wish is retiring. On page 54, the Hello Kiwi is retiring, and it's on sale for $10. The milkshake, the Share a Milkshake, and this is a really good deal. The stamp set's on sale for $9.50, and the dies on page 166 are on sale for $15. So that's a really good deal. Right here on page 55, the Phrases for All is 50% off, and it's $10.50. On page 56, the Friendship Royalty is retiring. On page 57, the Little Dreamers is retiring. I feel like I did not get enough use out of this. I'm going to still try to use it a little bit. I know I did a couple baby cards, and I want to do a scrapbooking page with our group with this. So I still got some more use coming. So it's on page, it's both of them retiring, the stamp and the bundle. Oh, I gotta take a drink. The Hello Ladybugs on 58 is retiring. On 59, the Happy Hodgeheads is retiring. The Sweet Songbirds is retiring. On page 60, the Everyday Thanks is retiring. Down at the bottom. On page 61, Be By My Side is retiring. On 62, the suite is retiring, the paper's retiring, and the embossing folder are both retiring. And the stamp set and the suite is retiring. Or the bundle, right here. Meant the bundle. On page 64, the Lasting Joys is retiring, and it's 50% off, and it's $10. On page 65, the bundle is retiring. The stamp set's going to stay, the dies are going to stay, but if you want to save that 10%, then you'd want to get it now. After that, when it goes into the new catalog, it will not be at 10% off. On page 66, the Quiet Meadow is retiring. On page 67, the Timeless Arrangements, both are retiring, the stamp and the bundle. On page 68, the stamp set and the bundle are both retiring for Darling Details. On page 69, Just My Type is retiring. On page 70, the suite is retiring, the paper's retiring, and the ribbon, or whatever they're calling that, is retiring. Now, here's a pretty good deal, I believe, unless it's the same price. 4, 8, 9, 10, 0, 54. So I guess it's about, well, a few minutes. 0, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'd make 1. It's a few bucks cheaper, actually. The stamp set is retiring, and the bundle is retiring. The stamp set, they got 10% off, so it's $23.40. The dies back on page 157 are going to be on sale for individual for $28. So if you were to buy the bundle, it's $54. If you were to buy them individually, it's like $51 something around there. On page 72, the Hopes and Prayers is retiring. On page 73, the Place in the Heart is retiring. On page 74, the Time Together is retiring, and the bundle is retiring. On page 75, and this is a good deal, the bundle, or the stamp set, Country Bouquet, is retiring. It's 60% off, so it's $9.20. The punch that's on page 148 is on sale for $11. So you can get all of this for $20 for 2020, which is the price of just the stamp. Less than the price of just the stamp. So that's a good deal if this is something you didn't get or you're interested in. On page 76, what is this? Endless Beauty is, Everless Beauty is retired. It's 10% off, and it's $23.40. There's everything staying on page 77. Then on 78, the Let's Go Fishing Suite is retiring. The paper's retiring, and the embossing folder are retiring. And then the bundle is retiring, but not the individual stamps and the dies. They're staying. You just won't be able to get them at the 10% discount anymore. Then on page 80, the everything is retiring on this page. Both stamp sets are retiring. On page 81, the construction zone is retiring. On page 82, next destination is retiring. It's 50% off, so it's $12. That would be a great stamp set to pick up if you have a lot of graduations that are coming up, because this is a lot of fun. Like, you know, enjoy the adventure, or just using these with some other types of words. That would be a nice little fun card. On page 83, the both of these sets are retiring. He's All That for the men's set. I forgot. Oh, yeah, we had that. That's been in for a couple years. So that's good that that's... Well, it was in the mini and then it carried over. So that's nice. This is one I'm going to miss on page 84, the Ocean Front. I use these stamps in a lot of my different cards. So that's retiring. And then the Grassy Grove is retiring. I'm going to miss the little deer in that die. I'm sure I'll still use it, but... on page 85, the Wild and Sweet is retiring. On page 86, the Star Glazing Sweet Bundle is retiring. The papers, both papers, are also retiring. The stamp set and the bundle are both retiring. Then if you turn the page to 88, On the Ocean is retiring. And then everything is staying on 89. Then on 90, Fun on Wheels is retiring, both the stamp set and the dies. On page 91, only the bundle is retiring. So again, like I've said in the past, that just means you won't get the 10%. They'll still be in there, but if you won't get the 10% on it. On 92, both of these stamp sets are retiring. The Enjoy the Rhythm is 50% off, so you can get that for $10.50. On page 93, the little level complete with all the game controls, that is on sale, or not on sale, it's retiring. The Inked Barnacle Suite on page 94 is retiring. Also, the paper, I loved that paper, and the, what do you call it, ribbon is retiring. And then both the stamp set and the bundles and the punches are retiring. I don't think the punches might have been on sale. I don't remember. We'll have to check it. I didn't double check that one. Okay, and then on page 96, In the Moment is retiring at the top. On page 97, the Go-To Greeting is retiring. I still will absolutely be using this greeting. I use this greeting for everything. It just has everything. It's fancy. I mean, I still use other greetings, but I just love these happy birthdays and the sizes. So this will stay in my stash. Now, page 98, the Bottle Happiness is retiring. It's 40% off, so it's $14.40. The punch that goes with this is on sale for $11. And the little, what do you call them? I don't know what they're called. The little vintage bottle shaker dome type things that they have, those are retiring, and they are on sale. I didn't get the price for that, but I do remember that being on sale. On page 99, the bundle is retiring. The bundle only is retiring. Okay. On page 100, the Wildlife Wonder is retiring, and a Scenic Wonder is retiring, and this one's 50% off, so it's $13 for this one down here at the bottom. On page 101, Seabay is retiring. The stamp set is 50% off, so it's only $13, and the dies are only $13.50. So this is a big savings right here. This is a really good deal if you guys like this or have, plan on going to the beach or like the beachy theme type cards. On 102, the Masterful Made Suite is retiring. The paper's retiring, and the sequences are retiring. And the stamp set and the bundle, it's all retiring. Let's see. On page 104, the Vertical Blooms is retiring, and it's 50% off. The Days to Remember calendar bundle down here is retiring. Nothing is retiring on 105. That's staying. On 106, the Marvelous Nature is retiring. It's 40% off, and it's $15.60. On page 107, both of these are retiring. The one at the top, Bonicle Layers, if I'm saying that right, is 60% off for $9.20. And Your Path Awaits is 50% off for $12. On page 104, Love for You is 50% off. It's $10. And then the dies that are on page 164 are $12.80 that go with this. And so you can get all this for $28. So that's a pretty good deal. The Sea Turtles are staying. On page 109, the Butterflies are $14.40. They're retiring. Oh, hi, Sharon. Well, hopefully you can watch some of the replay. I'm glad you joined us, though. On page 110, Fresh as a Daisy is retiring. The suite, the paper, and the embellishments. And then the daisy stamps and the bundle are both retiring. On page 112, just the bundle is retiring. So that means that the stamp will still be there. The dies will still be in the catalog. They just won't be in a bundle to save 10%. The Wave set is retiring. 114, both of the stamp sets are retiring. The prize plant at the bottom is 50% off, so it's $10. On page 115, the Softly Sketched is retiring. On page 116, the Around the Bend stamp set is retiring. And the Alphabet stamp set is retiring. 117 is staying. Okay. I'm going to get a drink for a minute. On 118, the Berry Harvest is retiring, and these are background stamps too. This is 50% off. This In the Stars is retiring. It's in the Stars is retiring. Ray of Light is retiring. Spiral Dyes is retiring. And the Timeless Tiles are retiring, and they're 40% off, and they're $10.80. Now, over on page 119, the Snow Crystals is retiring. It's 50% off. It's $10.50. And the Perfectly Detailed set here, background, is 60% off, so it's $10. So if you like any of these background stamps, some of them are really good deals. Okay, then we're going to skip down to the stamps and inks and all this stuff. All the In Color 2023, 2024 stuff is retiring. All the cardstock, all the ink pads, all the refill, and the blends. Now the blends are 40% off, so they're $6. So if you want extra blends, I would say grab them because they'll probably go quick and fast. So I would grab them so that you can, you know, have extras if you like, or any particular one that you may like, you may want to grab it. All right, that is it for this page on 122. There's nothing on 123. So then we're going to turn the page. Nothing on 124. Then on page 125, the core colors okay, let me go across here. The core colors, the ones in the very first square here, if this is zooming in, where it says $11 each for 12 or for 22 sheets, that one is retiring. Then the one that says 22 sheets for $14, that's retiring, but they're on sale for $12.60. The 11 pads plus one each of the 11 colors is retiring. The 11 markers for $38.50 is retiring, and it's $19.25. Then we're going to scoot down, and we're going in the row where it says 22 to 24 in colors. The one that has $10 each, that bundle is retiring. The one that is the 12 by 12 paper that is and for $13.50, that's retiring. It's $12.15. And then the stamp collection, the 5 pads, obviously they're retiring. And then the In Color markers for that year are retiring, and they're $8.95. So they're retiring. I hope you all understood that. So the column is up here. It tells you what the papers are. So the 12 by 12 paper is on sale, which is a good deal. And then the markers, which is a really good deal. So now we're going to turn the page to 126. The silicone bags that are 6 by 8 are retiring. They're $4.95. The little treat bags, In Color ones, are retiring. They're $7. The little envelope treat boxes are retiring, and they are $4.80. The vanilla thick cardstock is retiring. Then we're going to skip down to the vellum cardstock. That is retiring. Okay. Now we're going to scoot over to the next page. The number 2, the white center 12 by 12 paper is retiring, and it's $5.75. Then number 4, the rose gold 12 by 12 paper is retiring, and it's $9. Number 5, the textured 12 by 12 is retiring, and it's $6. Number 6, more dazzle is retiring. Number 7, soft shimmer is retiring. Number 8, which is 2022-2024 in color 12 by 12 is retiring, and it's $5.55. Number 2023 to 2025 in color 12 by 12 is retiring, and it's $7.70. And then the distressed gold 12 by 12 number 10 is retiring. I hope I'm not going too fast for anybody. Okay. As you know, we usually clear out all the paper. So, the Brights and Beautiful is retiring. The Country Inn is retiring. Now, this bottom one is a Delightful Electrics. It's a 12 by 12. It's $30 pack of paper. It's the one that has 48 sheets. It's retiring, and it's $15. So that bottom one's on sale for $15. All the paper on this page is retiring. The gingham one on the bottom is on sale for $8.40. On the next page, all the paper is retiring. And on the next page, 132, all the paper is retiring. On page 133, the in color 2023, 2025, if you look right underneath here, they have like the numbers of this 6x6 paper. The 2023, 2025 is on sale for $6.25. The 2022, 2024 is on sale for $7.50. I think this goes why they're different prices is what I'm getting at, is because depends on how much they have in stock, what really sold and what didn't. Now you're going to go down to the 6x6 Designer Series paper, the middle one here. The Brights pack is retiring, and it's on sale for $11.25. The Natural pack is on sale for $11.25. The Regals pack is on sale for $8.75. And the Suitables pack is on sale for $10. The gold is staying, I believe, unless I said it in another, because they were cross-referencing stuff. And then the Vellum Basic 12 by 12 is retiring for $6. Nothing on page 134. On 135, the first column, last thing over on the first column here, Brights and Beautiful Memories and More card pack. That is on sale for $5.95. So if you like all your stuff together to flop a card together, right here is what you want to buy. The envelopes that go with it and card bases is on sale, retiring for $6.50. $4.60. Then you're going to scoot over to the last item. The basic white envelopes 3x3 are retiring. Then if we come down to the craft notes, they're retiring with the envelopes for $9. The vanilla in this mini envelope, medium size envelopes right here for $8.50. The vanilla cardstock is retiring. And then if you come over to the notes and cards envelopes, the vanilla envelope pack is retiring. So on both of these ends one, it's just the vanilla. And then we will flip the page to 136. Had to get another drink. Okay. So we're going to go down to the decorative mask. The Arctic Mix is retiring and it's $9. And the 4 squares is retiring and it's $6. Then we're going to come up to number 5, the embossing powder, the basic, all of it. Actually, the basic black is retiring and the gold and copper is retiring. You know, I was able to glance online at the new catalog because if you're a demonstrator or if you're in the download, you get to see the new one. It was kind of overwhelming, the new layout from it. And I don't really know if I noticed if they brought new powder out or not. I would think they would because they didn't get rid of the heat gun or anything. So I'm going to have to go back and double check. I want to see what they've done. And then the Heat and Stick number 8 embossing powder is retiring. And it's on sale for $4.20. Nothing is retiring on page 37. And nothing is retiring on page 38. Now we get to page 39. Number 1 is retiring and it's on sale for $4.90. Number 2, the little square round brads, is retiring and that's on sale for $4.20. Number 3, the loose sequences, silver sequences, are retiring, and they're on sale for $5.85. And then number 4, the loose daisy embellishments are on sale for $4.20. Then we are going to go over to page 140, and the gem number 1, the irresistible gems, are retiring. Then you're going to scoot over to number 6. That one is retiring. I think it says Festive Pearls. I don't know. I wrote over top of half of it, but it's pearls. And that one is on sale for $4.90. Oh, and number 1, I'm sorry, that one was on sale for $4.80. So number 1, the gems, was on sale for $4.80. And number 6 was on sale for $4.90. And that's it on that page. Oops. And then on page 141, the number 1, the rustic dies or gems are $6.40 and they're retiring. Scoot down to number 3 and the classy matted dots, they're retiring for $4.20. Then number 4 is retiring, and it's not on sale. Then we're going to scoot over to number 6, the 2023, 2025 in colors. Those are retiring, and they're $7.20. Number 7 is retiring, and it's $4.50. Number 8 is staying. Number 9 is staying. Number 10 is retiring, and they're on sale for $4.80. Number 11 is retiring, the gold foil leaf, and that's $5.40. And then the vintage bottle shaker domes that I was talking about that goes with that little bundle, they are on sale for $4.80. So if you bought that bundle or anything to that effect, you may want to get some of them if you want to do shaker cards. There's nothing on 42. Now we're to the ribbon. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to go across as columns like this. So the first one up here, the 3/4 inch ribbon, is retiring, and it's $6.80. The middle one, the 1/2 inch Balming Blue, is retiring, and it's $5.40. The 3/8 Balming Blue is retiring, and it's $4.20. The Pool Party 3/4, and the next row down, is retiring, and that's $4.80. The Real Red and Garden Green ribbon is retiring, and it's $5.25. The 3/8 Night of Navy ribbon is retiring, and it's $5.40. Now, this next one on the first row, they have different prices for each of these. So the first one, the Wild Wheat, is retiring, and it's $4.80. Then the Copper Clay is retiring, and it's $6.40. Then the Moody Mauve is retiring, and that's $4.80. The Boho Blue is retiring, and it's $4.80. And then the Pebble Path is retiring, and it's $5.60. Then we go over, and we got the Real Red and the Burlap ribbon. And that one is retiring, and it's $5.40. And then we have the 3/8 Misty Moonlight ribbon, and that's $5.60. The Black and White Gingham, 4/4 gingham, is retiring, and that's $6.30. The Pecan Pie is retiring. And then this was one of my favorites that I used this year a lot. It's a combo pack of the 3 different spools of thread, and it has Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lolly in it. And that's on sale for $8.75. And I used this a lot this year out of this catalog. And then we will turn the page and go to page 144. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to work across. So the first one is staying. The second one is staying. And then we're going to come to the last one. And we are going, this is, all of these are retiring. All the different colors. And each one is $5.40 for that whole bundle. Or for each individual one. Then we're going to go down to the next row. The Golden Vanilla 3/8 ribbon is retiring for $4.80. The Silver Thread Twine is retiring for $4.80. The next one is staying. The natural 1/4 inch ribbon stuff is staying. Simply Elegant Trim is retiring. Now, you remember those Christmas ornaments I did, and we used that twine for it? This is really good silver and gold twine for lots of things, not just for, for ornaments for your trees and stuff like that. if you do outside of scrapbooking. I think I'm going to grab some more of that because I really like this other than to use it just for card making. And then the next two items are staying. And then you come down to the last row and the 2022-2024 Baker Twine combo pack there is retiring for $7.50. And then the other Baker Twine is staying. On page 145, nothing is retiring. Okay, so now we get into the punches. So the circle punch is staying, like I said. Then you're going to come over to the ink and tiled punches. This one is retiring and it's on sale for $32. The monkey is retiring and the banner pack of punch is retiring. And we'll turn the page. And then on page 148, the country bouquet is retiring, this little heart thing here, and that's on sale for $11. The lasting label is retiring. The dragonflies are retiring and it's on sale for $11. The handmade tag is retiring and that one's on sale for $17.50. The Easter Bunny punch is retiring and that's on sale for $17.60. The cloud is retiring. The decorative circle is retiring. The double oval is retiring for $11. I'm bummed about that, but I will still absolutely use it. And that's everything on that page. Then we're going to move over to 149. And the Very Best Trio is retiring. And it's on sale for $12. The Cherry Builder is on sale for $11. And then the Songbird Builder, the birds, is on sale for $11. The Vintage Bottle Punch is on sale, retiring, and it's $11. The Sailboat Builder Punch is retiring. It's for $11. The Hog-Hedge Punch is retiring for $11. The Best Label is retiring for $11.90. And the Ladybug Builder Punch is retiring for $13.20. Now we're going to flip on over to page 151. And we have some blocks that are retiring. The block bundle is retiring. The block A, which is the tiny little block, that's retiring. I don't know, must be not a lot of people use it. I use mine all the time. I think you have better control. And then block G is retiring. And that is right here, the little long, like skinny one, which I use that all the time too. And then block I, right there, that one is retiring. And then the clear block caddy that holds all the blocks in it is retiring. And then if we, nothing on 52, nothing on 53, nothing on 54. So then we get to 55, and this is where the dies are retired. So this first one up here, the Beautiful Balloons, is retiring. It's $30.60. Then we have the Bold Bouquet. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The dies are $14. And then the Carousel Horses are retiring. On page 56, it's these Darling Detail dies are retiring. It's this bottom one right here. On page 57, the Earthen Textures is retiring the dies, and they're $28. Fun on Wheels are retiring, and they're $17.40. And then the Glorious Maid dies are on sale, and they're $25.60. Then we're going to flip the page to 158. And the Hey Chick dies are retiring, and they're on sale for $25.60. The Lazy Day dies are retiring, and that's on sale for $27.20. Then the Let's Go Shopping dies are on sale, and that's $23.20. The Little Dreamer dies are retiring, and they're on sale for $25.20. On page 159, Reach for the Stars dies are retiring, and they're $30.60. The Seasonal Branches are retiring, and they're $17. And So Refreshing is retiring, and they're $24.80. And then we are going to flip the page to 160. And Time Together dies are retiring, and it's $28. Timeless Arrangements are retiring, and they're $16.50. The next one is Stain, The Wonderful Thoughts. And then the Zangy Zoo dies are retiring, and they're $23.80. Nothing on page 61. Now on page 62, at the top, the All That dies are retiring, and they're $16.80. The Alphabets are staying, and the Roundabout Bend is staying. The Arctics dies are retiring for $17.50. The Aspen Tree is retiring for $21.60. The Basic Borders are retiring for $17.40. The Brood dies are retiring for $12. And then the Brilliant Background dies are retiring for $17. On page 163, the Chicked dies are retiring for $18.50. The Christmas Pine Cones are retiring for $22.50. The Country Reefs are retiring for $35.10. The Cracker and Treat Box is retiring for $28.80. The Detailed Delight is retiring for $18. And then the Daffodil Delight Hydrant, which comes with the embossing folder and the dies, that is all retiring for $21. And then the little Dots and Spots is retiring for $19.20. And then on page 161, the Give It a Whirl die is retiring for $19.50. The Gorgeous Garden is retiring for $28.40. This set is retiring, the Grove. They just weren't on sale because the whole bundle and everything retired. The Groved, whatever, they don't call them the same thing. Then the labeled Grow Aglow is retiring for $16.50. Then Light the Way is retiring for $15.50. Then the next one, Love for You, is retiring for $12.80. And then the Meadow is retiring for $19. Then on to the next page. Natural Print is retiring. Natural Print is retiring for $18.50. Then down to the next row, On the Ocean is retiring for $18. And then the Pansy dies are retiring for $16. And then the Paper Florist is retiring for $18.50. Patchwork Pieces is retiring. And then Petal Patterns is retiring for $22.50. Then if you go to the next page, 166, the Reindeers are retiring for $19.80. The Scalped, I'm not even going to say that word, for $24.50 is retiring. Then the Seaside Bay is retiring for $13.60. And then the Sending dies are retiring for $19.80. And then you're going to scoot all the way down to the bottom to Share a Milkshake. And that die set is retiring for $15. Now, a lot of these coordinate with stamps. And the stamps are retiring, but they didn't have the stamps on sale. So I didn't mark next to them, you know, these prices. But if you want the stamp to coordinate with it, you can grab them also. Now on page 167, the Stitched with Whimsical is retiring for $17.40. Then we're going to scoot down to the next row. And the Sweet Citrus Hydrant, that's one that comes with the embossing folder and the dies. And then the stamp set, I believe, was retiring too, because it went with the lemons in that. It coordinates with the Sweet Citrus stamp that's on page 32. It's retiring for $16.50. The Taylor Tags is retiring. And then the Tree Ring Hydrant, embossing folder, and dies on page 44 is the stamp set. And this is retiring for $14.80. Then the Two-Tone Floral, it's retiring for $19.50. Then you're going to scoot down to the last row, and you're going to go to the last item, and it's the Waves. And that's retiring for $17. And then on page 168, the first row across, the first one is Staying. The second one, Cascading Riffles, is retiring for $5.50. Then you're going to scoot down to the next row. The middle one, the Elegant Eclipse, is retiring for $5.50. Then you're going to scoot down to the next row, and the Geometric Patterns is retiring for $5.40. And then the Merry Meadows in that same row is retiring. Then we'll come over to page 169. And the first row, the first one is Staying. The Painted Posies 3D is retiring for $5.50. Then we're going to scoot down to the next row. The Quarterful Tile is retiring for $5.70. The Raindrops are retiring for $4.75. The Stripes and Splatter 3D dies are retiring for $5.50. And then, of course, we already talked about both of these back with the dies, so these are retiring also. And then if you move over to the next row, it's called Time Worn Type 3D. That one is retiring for $560. And that's it for that page. And then I believe the last thing that's retiring are both of the Hostess sets. And that's it for catalog 1. This one, not a lot is retiring. A lot of it's being carried over. So this one shouldn't take too long. If it is being carried over, it might be just like the bundle is retiring. So we should be okay to not have to, you know, it shouldn't take too much longer, guys. Grab a little drink. Okay. The Be Mine collection is retiring. Everything on this page is retiring. And nothing's on sale. So you can just write a big R on it if you want somewhere. Because everything is retiring. And on the next page, that's just showing it again. And it's all retiring. Now, on the next page, page 11, the Sending Love bundle, just the bundle is retiring. So that means when it goes into the new catalog, it's not going to be in a bundle form. So this one is just the bundle. Then if you scoot over to page 12, and just the bundle is retiring on page 12. On page 13, just the bundle is retiring. Then if you go on down to page 15, everything is retiring except for the Pretty Peacock foiled gems. These gems are not retiring. That's the only thing that's not retiring. Everything else on this page is retiring. On page 16, only the bundle is retiring. On page 17, only the bundle is retiring. On page 18, only the bundle, number 3, Adorable Hearts bundle is retiring. Just the bundle. There's nothing on 19. You go to page 20, and the Hills, this stamp set is retiring. On page 21, only the bundle is retiring. Sorry that I didn't turn my notifications off, guys. Now on page 23, only the bundle is retiring. The suite is retiring, so it won't be a big suite. And the bundle is retiring only. Now that makes me wonder about the paper. If I didn't put it down here, sometimes they do carry paper over, but once in a while they don't. So I will have to double check this if anybody wants this paper. But everything else is staying, and this stamp set's staying. It's just the bundle that will not be 10% off. So that's what's here on page 24, just the bundle. On page 25, just the bundle. Now on page 26, everything is retiring. The stamp set, the bundle, and the dies. So you can put a big R on there. On page 27, everything is retiring. The stamp set, the bundle, and the dies. On page 28, only the bundle is retiring. And then 29 is staying. 30, page 30 is staying. Page 31, only the bundle is retiring. On page 33, everything is retiring. Only the bundle's retiring here for this. And the other thing that is staying, the two things that are staying, is the Baker's Twine and the adhesive rainbow dots. They're staying. I'm very excited because I love these colors. They're so bright. And I'm like, they can't get rid of them yet. Spring's coming. I hope. I don't know. You know. And then on page 34, it's just the bundle that's retiring. On page 35, it's retiring. 36 is staying. 37, only the bundle is retiring. I said a lot of this was being carried over, and a lot of it is. So on page 40, only the bundle's retiring. So it's going to be in the new catalog. It's just not going to be as one big bundle. There's nothing on 39. Nothing on 40. On 41, everything is retiring but the paper. Unless I got it in the back, but it does not say the paper is retiring. So the paper is staying. On page 42, the sweet here, the bundle is retiring. On page 43, everything is retiring. The stamp set, the bundle. Now the dies are on sale for $22.40. So that's 20% off. Okay, on page 44, the Sweet Thoughts Memory and More card pack is retiring. It's 40% off. They're $6. On that same page, the Sweet Thoughts Memories and More cards and envelopes is 20% off, and they're $8. On page 45, the Let's Chat stamp set is retiring. It's 20% off, so it's $5.20. Nothing is retiring on page 46, and nothing is retiring on page 47. Then you go to 48, and the collection is retiring, and the 12 by 12 paper is retiring. And then when you flip over to page 50, it's just the bundle that is retiring. On page 51, it's just the bundle that's retiring. Then you go to page 52, and it's just the bundle that's retiring. On page 53, it's just the bundle that's retiring. I'm so glad this cow got transferred over because I had a glance at the new catalog and there's not a lot of animals. So I'm hoping when they bring out the next mini, there's more cutesy stuff because, you know, there wasn't a lot there. Now, on page 55, everything's retiring on this page. The little gems and sequence here, they are retiring. What is this here? The stamp set is retiring, 20% off, so it's $19.20. And the dies are retiring at 10% off, and they're $26.10. So it's 30, 45, oh wait, 14. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cheaper. I can't do math just in my head like that. 1920 and 2610. 0. 3. 9, 10. That's 15. 3, 4. You know, wait. 2. 3, 4. Yeah, so it's $45.53. So you're saving a few bucks then if you buy it as a bundle. That's the whole point I was trying to get at for you guys. So you save a couple bucks if you buy them individually than if you buy it as a bundle. But it's all retiring there. On page 56, just the bundle is retiring. 57 is staying. On page 58, just the bundle is retiring. On page 59, the stamp set's retiring and it's 30% off. So it's $16.80. Then on page 56, the suite is retiring, the bundle is retiring, and the paper is retiring. So we will flip the page to 62, and the bundle only is retiring. So this other is staying. 63 is staying. 64 is staying. 65 is staying. Okay, and now we're going to skip on down a few pages because we already went through all these in the when we went on, and same with that. And we went through the papers. Oh my God. And on the last page, the little page 79, it's the sweet treats. The little, well, carnival treats is what it's called, is retiring. So that's it. That's it. Half of this catalog, basically, almost all of this catalog, got carried over. So that's one thing you'll know, as a lot of these, is they just won't be in bundle form, so you won't save 10%. So I hope I didn't go too fast. You can always stop and watch the replay if I did, or rewatch it again. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am going to probably still do my lives. I know I talked that I might not do them. I think my Wednesdays were a better day for me. Mondays aren't working. It's just too crazy here for Mondays. So maybe I'll do them earlier. I don't know. But I'm going to get back into them, guys. Don't give up on me. Don't lose hope. Maybe I just needed a little break. You know, you go through those winter blues where things are just crazy. I put this book back here because the light glares. Well, I will see Mr. Jonathan, Mel, later here. And I will also see Sherry later. And yeah. Sharon, I have last month's kit and this month's kit. I'm going to just mail them together because I lacked the paper. That's why I haven't cut the kit yet for last month. I had to order it. I didn't realize I used it for my scrapbooking class and for my online class. So that will be coming in the mail to you and Diane. And I'm just going to put them together. I just figured it would be easier and cheaper on shipping. Okay, everyone. That is it. And I will talk to you guys all soon. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye-bye.